Even All Marcus here, back for another video, back for another kind of camera unboxing video. Now this is a camera I've had for a while. I wanted to do a quick 5-minute unboxing because I am recording on this camera at the moment. So I already have one of these cameras, but I now have another one to do multi-angle 3D. So if you're watching this back in your VR headset or some fancy sort of stereoscopic thing, then you can watch it back on in your phone. You can watch this in 3D, so I should be kind of three-dimensional. So I thought it'd be quite funny or quite apt or quite interesting to actually record and do it at the same time as unboxing. So this box of stuff, this camera is usually like close to 400 quid. Over the weekend it was down to £295 and it had a £50 off voucher, so less than 250 quid you get the camera, which is a 3D 1080p camera, which doesn't sound great, but once you get it in kind of VR headset, you watch it back in 3D, it looks fine. One eye at a time probably doesn't look great, but together it looks great. And you get a 64 gig memory card. You need that. You get a selfie stick in here. So this is quite good because the camera actually has, they've recently updated it to include stabilization. So now you have a selfie stick to go with it. And this one's an interesting one because you can twist it or unscrew it to get that much and then unscrew it again to get that much. It's got like two sort of levels of extension. Interesting, not so really certain that sort of thing. A little sort of ball head joint at the top there, wiggle, 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 make it face you, make it for whatever. A nice little hand strap as well, so that's actually quite a nice little selfie stick regardless. You get the battery charger, because one thing, this camera does come with one battery, and then in the pack you get a charger for 2 batteries, which you do get a spare one. So now you've got 2 batteries, and this camera does kind of eat batteries quite a lot. You're probably getting less than an hour per battery. So a nice little spare battery there. The little case that this comes in is better than the one that mine originally came in. That was kind of, I guess, a bodge job at the time. Now it's got a nice little case in there, so Kandao, if you're watching this, maybe send me some of these nice little cases for my other batteries. That'd be quite nice. And then the camera itself. So let's get the box out of the way. So 150 quid, you get this regardless. Just for the camera is a bargain. There aren't any other 3D cameras out there that even come close to this price. You can kind of do dual cameras together with various different sort of setups and cameras and whatever, but gen locking or making sure both cameras go off at the same time to do the same image without making any crosstalk or whatever is harder than it sounds. Trust me, I've looked into it. I mean, there are ways of making it work, but it's not easy. This point and shoot. If you want point and shoot 3D camera, this is pretty much your only option. So here's the little camera itself. Tiny, look, tiny. And you have to set the depth of focus on this one. So it's set to 2 meters, which I'm about 2 meters away from the camera at the moment. So everything over here should be nice and crisp. It's nice seeing a nice brand new camera there. Oh, and now we're in my car. So we're enjoying the nice, lovely sun, but it is incredibly hot at the moment in the UK. It's 30+ degrees, it's crazy. So now we're sat in a nice air-conditioned car to finish off this video. The overheating doesn't happen very often. Obviously, if you're sat with the camera literally in the sun, with the sun beating down on it, it's going to overheat. Most cameras do, but it is a little bit prone to overheating. Photos very rarely ever get any overheating issues. Videos where it wants to kind of overheat. Could you kind of counteract that a little bit? It's got like a smooth screen on the back. You could potentially stick some little stick-on fans on it or something like that. Obviously, if you record an audio separately like I am, that doesn't really matter. And the audio the camera records is literally scratch audio. It's not really good enough kind of for anything else. So you always want to be recording externally anyway. But there's the camera. You got the shutter button on the top. You've got the power button. On the right hand side, you've got a little mode button and an up and down button. The battery kind of goes in the side. We need to grab the battery out, but obviously we've got a nice spare one, so that just slots in there. And what else do we get in the box? So in the box, one of the cool things we do get, and please kind of excuse the fact that none of these have protective packaging on anymore, because I did obviously open these up already. And there's somebody behind me. You get this little viewfinder. So this is cool. It's like a bit like a Viewmaster kind of thing that you used to get kind of in old school cameras. So when you've got your kind of camera here, you can kind of attach this onto it, click it on, kind of magnetically kind of clicks on. Well, magnetic and clicks on. And then it becomes like a little viewfinder where you can kind of look through, you kind of, and view your footage back either real time, as in you can use it when you're kind of live recording, or use it to kind of play back videos and stuff like that. So that's quite cool. and it just snaps on and off. Very, very handy, very, very cool, because the screen itself isn't 3D, like some cameras are. This one comes with a special little sort of adapter, which is quite nice, because then it kind of changes the mode a little bit automatically. The little button on the side kind of does the back and forward in the photos and all that sort of stuff. So, and you do get a little sort of nice little Kandao pouch to go with it, to get your camera and your viewfinder in if you like. What else do we get inside the thing? Oh yeah, we do get, I'm pulling out the entire box here, I don't need to pull out everything. You get a little USB-C cable, you get a little mirror. Now the little mirror, and I'll just drop that on the floor, goes onto the front of the camera like this, so you can kind of frame up your own shots and sort of see if yourself in focus or on sort of in frame. Just bear in mind that when you record video, it does crop in a little bit, and when you're recording photos, it's a little bit wider. So bear that in mind. I tend to use the app, or I'm actually kind of walking around, kind of taking photos of this. It's very kind of handy just to kind of stick in your pocket, put the little lanyard thing on, which you do get in the box as well, which I dropped on the floor. Get a little red little lanyard, that's quite cool. My original one came with a really long Kandao one, it was huge, it was cool, and a spare battery. So I've got 2 batteries with this pack. So for less than 250 quid for a 3D camera, 2 batteries, charger, selfie stick, memory card, all in one package, absolutely worth it. And apart from the overheating issue which we just had, which kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see inside as well, where it's slightly darker as well, so kind of see how that looks, and get closer to my face. The camera is really cool. I take a lot of photos with it, probably more than video, and I've got like a 3D tablet, a LumePad or a Nubia Pad 3D. So if you do follow me on Twitter and stuff, you would see me kind of posting about this sort of thing and sharing my thoughts on different things. So I don't post much on YouTube these days. I do want to get back into it. This is kind of an attempt to do that. Some quick and dirty videos, doing things that I find fun and interesting, rather than just, you know, other stuff that I'm just doing for the sake of views. You know, I just want to do things that I'm interested in. And this sort of thing, 3D stuff, VR 180 stuff is what I'm into. I'm hopefully going to get another new camera soon-ish. In the summertime, sometime I've got a little camera kind of I've got my eye on. I do have my Canon VR 180 camera, and also need to do some more with that. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. If you picked it up, it is unfortunately full price now again on Amazon, or £360 or something, with a £50 off voucher, so you can add a voucher onto that. But it's well worth it. I think it's great. And if you do share any 3D stuff on YouTube, or sort of even on the LumePad stuff, let me know, tag me in it so I can have a little look at it. But hopefully you enjoyed that video, you found it informative, you got to kind of see a real world kind of look at the camera. And if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments down below. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take it. But do let me know in the comments down below why you didn't like it, and I'll try to do better for next time. Look after yourself, be good, and I'll see you guys next time. Virtual high five!